Hello, John. I have a message I want you to give to not only William, but Southern. Because this is pertaining to all three of you motherfuckers. You still haven't figured it out, have you? You still haven't figured out the one thing that you are. See, you say that I'm a slave to you. But on the contrary, it is you who is the slave to me. And you want to know how that is, little man? Let me break it down for you. See, while I'm over here living my life, not thinking about you, thinking about my future and the good and the fun that I'm going to do and have, and the fact that I'm going to get to live my life normally again for the first time in 6 years. You're over here thinking about how you can fuck with me. How you and William and Southern can go after me. But that's the difference between me and you, John. I live rent-free in your head. You don't even own a tiny speck of an inch of land in my head. And you call what I do cowardice. You call what I do acting insane. No. That's another difference between me and you. You're a scared little bitch that runs and hides every chance he gets, hides behind his lies. But me, even if it's wrong, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get the real fucking truth. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to do the right thing. I'm willing to do whatever it takes because unlike you, John, I'm not a sheep to the slaughter. I lead the herd. That's the difference between me and you, John. I'm a good person who's willing to do whatever it takes to do what's right. Even if it means stooping down to your pathetic level to get the job done. Even if I have to say shit that I'm normally not okay with, that I would normally never say under any circumstance. That's what makes me above you. That's what makes you my subordinate and me your superior. Because I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make sure the right thing gets done, the job gets done, and it's done correctly. Unlike you, I know no bounds. And when it comes to my family and protecting my family, I will do whatever it takes to protect my family, even if it means killing somebody in order to protect them from harm. That's the difference between me and you, John. You're a coward that hides behind a screen for money. You're a coward that runs and hides and bullies people for money. Because you and Southern and William think that it's funny to bully people. But me, I'm willing to lay it all on the line. I'm willing to put my body on the fucking line to protect my own. I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to protect my family from harm. See, you think that you're running and hiding from the truth. But the truth is, John, the only thing you're running from is yourself. See, you say that I'm a slave to you, but in reality, you're a slave to me. And more importantly, you're a slave to your own devices. And that's what you don't realize. You and William and Southern are a slave to your own manipulating evil ways. You're a slave to the system. I'm a slave to no one. You're a zombie that follows the herd, blindly following money wherever it goes. But me, I'm a Ronin that wanders and helps those that I can when I can. And I do everything in my power to make sure that the right thing gets done no matter what the cost. And you try to blame your brother's death on me? Fuck your brother. He killed himself. And am I glad that he's dead? Personally, yes. And you want to know why? Because that man was just as evil and just as sick and vile as you are. So on a personal level, yes, I'm glad he's dead. But at the same time, don't you dare put his death on me. Because I tried to save him. I tried to stop him from taking that fentanyl. Several times, I tried to reach out and put a stop to it. Many times, I reached out and told him, put the fucking drugs down and they won't fucking kill you. Many times, I told him that if he doesn't get help, I'd be willing to get the help for him. Only reason why I wasn't able to get him the help that he needed was because he never gave me his real address. So I couldn't get the help that he needed. So if you think that your charges aren't going to be unfucked, if you think that those charges that you got hit with ain't going to be brought back up, and if you don't think that you're not going to get retried for those crimes, oh, trust me, you will. See, you and William and Southern chase money. Me, I chase freedom. I chase down justice. While you chase evil and money for power. I chase money for freedom. I chase justice and doing the right thing. Because unlike you, I actually have a fucking soul. I actually have a fucking heart. But you got nothing. The only thing you have is a box of lies that you depend on day in and day out. Day in and day out. And you depend on that box of lies to cover your ass. But me, I don't have to depend on lies to cover my ass. Because unlike you, I'm not a lying piece of shit that'll do whatever it takes to get away with bullying somebody. Your brother Marty did an illegal pedophile sting on me all those years ago, and that's what led me to this point. Do I think he got off easy by killing himself, by ODing on fentanyl? Yes, I do believe he got off easy. But that was then and this is now. You need to get over it, John. Your brother's dead. He's never coming back, and he did this shit to himself. I did not do this to him. He did this to himself. See, Johnny, you're turning out just like Marty did. Losing yourself in the fucking spotlight, chasing fame and greed. But me, I've never once lost myself. Yeah, sure, I may have flipped out. I may have gone off and done shit that I'm not proud of to try to put an end to the bullying. That may be true. But that's the difference between me and you, John, like I said. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make sure the right thing gets done and the right people pay for what they've done when it comes to evil motherfuckers like you. But me? Me and you, we are far more different than what you think. You hide behind lies like they're the truth. But me, I stand in front of the truth and defend it. I stand in front of the truth and defend it and stand on it no matter what. You and your friends have committed several crimes against me, including little Tibbetts TV, who blackmailed me into calling myself a pedophile. Your brother Marty, who not only did the awful shit that he did, but also pretended to be females and then turned around and blackmailed me into committing sexual acts on myself. Even though I was uncomfortable with it, I felt like I didn't have a fucking choice. And I did what I had to do to protect my family. You and Marty and Southern and William are all evil scum. And motherfuckers like you shouldn't have a place on the internet or in this world or in society. The only place people like you belong is in a goddamn motherfucking jail cell. That's where you belong. And you want to know why I don't follow society's rule? Let me tell you why. Because society is soft. Society is full of a bunch of mindless softies running around, following the rules, being comfortable in their ways. They want change, but they never want to do anything to make that change happen. But yet, here I am, every day, fighting for that change. Doing things that people are uncomfortable with. I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable. But you're comfortable behind your screen, hiding like a coward, running your mouth, making money off of people like they're just tools. But really, the only tool here I see, John, and Southern and William, are you three idiots. If anybody's the tool here, it's you three motherfuckers, not me. You guys are the tools, not me. You guys are the ones that run around and victimize people for profit, not me. You guys are the ones that run around and commit crimes and try to hide them, not me. You try to hide your mistakes and cover them up with a lie. I admit to my mistakes and I stand on that shit and I own up to my fuck ups. You don't. you make a mistake and then you try to blame the other person. Saying that, oh, well, he did this. What about him? What about what he did? Nah, fuck what I did. And believe me, if Marty, aka Nicholas, was still alive, he'd be facing the same charges as the three of you, if not more. So if you think for one moment that the three of you are free from justice, you're out of your goddamn mind. I already proved your lawyer to be a fake, a fraud, and a phony. I already proved that he filed fake paperwork, which means, in reality, those charges will be getting brought back up against you, John. They will be getting brought back up, and you will be recharged with those crimes, on top of everything else that you've done. Same with you, William, and same with you, Southern. You guys don't think that you're not going to face punishment for every little thing that you did? The thing that you need to realize about me, motherfuckers, is this. When I'm on a mission to get a job done, I do it correctly. 100% of the way, all the way. And I have made it my personal mission to make sure that you three pay for everything that you've done to me. I make sure that you motherfuckers pay for everything that you've done to me. That is my mission, to make sure that you cannot fuck with me or anyone else ever again. And yeah, I'm aware that there might be others after you. So fucking what? They can go fuck themselves. And let me tell you right now, when you three are sitting in prison for what you did, let me tell you right now, motherfuckers, you three are going to be made an example of why you don't fuck with someone. I will make an example out of you three. I will bring you to justice. See, you guys are probably sitting back in your little Discord servers, laughing and joking or whatever. That's fine. You think I give a fuck? No. You don't think I don't know your tactics? What you're gonna try on the day of court? You don't think I'm not? You don't think that when we do that court meeting on Zoom here on the 6th, you don't think that you're not gonna pay for what you've done? You don't think that you guys aren't gonna go down for every single thing that you've done? You will. You will most certainly pay for what you've done. Like I said, that's the difference between me and you, John, William, and Southern. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to do the right thing and get the job done. Even if it means doing things that I'm not comfortable with doing. Especially when it comes to protecting my family. I would do anything in the world. There is no limits on what I wouldn't do to protect my family from harm. Whether it's legal or illegal, it don't matter. You can't put a price on protected family. There are no bars. There are no legal limits when it comes to protecting your family and protecting your own. When it comes to protecting your own, like your family and your friends, it's no holds barred, motherfuckers. There's no limits. Because you want to know what would happen if I went to jail right now for murder? Well, let's say that I did for a second. Let's say that I did supposedly kill Marty. You want to know how I'd be treated when I got to prison? I'd be treated as a fucking hero. Because I took down a fucking scumbag. That's how I would be treated. if that were true. But the truth is, Marty killed himself. He did that on his own. And you want to know how they're going to treat you guys in prison when you guys go there? They're going to turn you out. They're going to use you. And they're going to extort you like hell. Especially when they find out what you three have done to me, my friends, and my family. And just because I would kill for my family doesn't mean I have killed for my family. Just because I would kill for my best friends that are my extended family does not mean I have killed for my extended family. Everything you guys have put me through is coming down on the 6th, and you will be dealt with by the courts. You will be charged and arrested for all your crimes against me, against my lawyer, and more importantly, against my best friend Bloodbath. For all your crimes, for everything that you've done to us, to our families, you will pay. And I fully intend on the 6th, I fully intend to expose your fake ass lawyer as being just that, fake. I fully intend to show in front of the entire courts that he's a fraud, a phony, and a fake. Because a real lawyer would never do the things that you guys have been doing. A real lawyer wouldn't do the shit that your lawyer has been allowing you to do. A real lawyer wouldn't sit back and watch this shit go on. And trust me, when your fake ass fucking lawyer gets exposed for the fraud that he is, he too will face punishment. He too will face the courts. He too will have to face the justice system. So like I said, John and Southern and William, you guys want the real slaves? You guys want the ones that are really slaves? Why don't you look in the fucking mirror? I have no chains on me. Unless you're talking about these motherfuckers. But that's different. You guys are so bound up in your own fucking evil chains that you don't even fucking realize it. Because those chains of being trapped inside what you're doing have become such a part of yourself that you can't see that you guys have lost yourselves. And I want to feel bad for you for losing yourselves, but I just can't. I can't feel bad for 3 evil scumbags that have no lives, that run around and take advantage of people and bully people. I have no sympathy for those that are demonic and evil. And if we're talking in video game terms here, let me break it down for you. See, you guys are like evil monsters from the video game of Devil May Cry. And me, well, motherfuckers, you can call me Dante de Sparta. Because I am the Demon Slayer. I am the one that does whatever it takes to make sure the right thing gets done. And let me tell you right now, John, everything I have done, I would gladly do to help anyone else in the same situation as me. Because I'm that motherfucker that don't give a fuck. I'm that motherfucker that's willing to protect whoever I can, however I can. If it means me doing shit that I normally would never do around my friends, then so be it. I'll do what I need to do. Because you can't put a price on human life. But you, John, are the epitome of evil and greed. Just like your brother, you are the epitome of greed and anger and selfishness. And William and Southern, you guys are the true epitome of what a liar really is. You are the epitome of a narcissist. You commit crimes, point the finger, and blame the other person for what they did to protect themselves. Am I okay with what I did in my past? No. But at the same time, I did what I had to do to survive. What I did was called surviving. All these years, every wrong, illegal thing I did cannot and will not be held against me because what I did was called surviving. Was it wrong? Yes, but I did what I had to do to protect myself and my family and my friends from the likes of you. And believe me, if Marty were still alive, he'd be facing charges for doing an illegal pedophile sting on me. And matter of fact, so would Kate. Matter of fact, I just might tell my lawyer about her tomorrow too. And let her know that Kate, aka Mass Troll Mafia, was in on that pedophile sting and how there were no police involved. See, you three dumbasses think that I'm a pedophile. But in reality, how do we know what you guys are doing behind closed doors? How do we know you motherfuckers ain't doing shit behind closed doors? See, that's the problem and the difference between me and you guys. I have no problem showing law enforcement my stuff. Matter of fact, law enforcement has all my electronics. They've rebooted and rebuilt and brought all my electronics as far as my computers go. They brought that shit back to life. And you know what they found on all my stuff? They found nothing showing that I am a true pedophile. But what do you think they're going to find when they break into your Discord servers? What do you think they're going to find when they seize your electronics? They will find a lot. I can promise you that. Like I said, I faced my demons. I've faced my past. I've made peace with my past. But you guys clearly have a lot of demons that you need to make peace with. Because, see, when I made peace with my demons, I didn't kill them. Not entirely. See, once I faced my demons, I became friends with them. And I made them work for me. Now, me and my demons work together side by side to bring down scumbag motherfuckers like you three. I've made my peace with my demons. But you three, with the road you're going down, you'll never make peace with your demons. You'll always be running, always be hiding from your demons. And what do you think is going to happen in a decade from now when you guys are sitting in a jail cell, staring at yourself in a steel plate mirror, looking at yourself and where you're at? Those demons will come back to haunt you. I can promise you that. See, that's the difference between me and you three. I've faced my past, and I've made peace with it. And I've been doing nothing short of trying to better myself from my past. But you three, you don't even have the fucking balls to face yourselves in the mirror. So how can I expect three degenerate little pricks who can't even look at themselves in the mirror? And I don't mean just look at yourself. No, I mean truly look at yourself in the mirror and what you've become. How can I expect three idiots that can't even look themselves in the mirror with conviction to expect? How can I expect you three ever to be able to face your own demons and make peace with your own demons when you can't even face yourselves in the fucking mirror? I have to look myself in the mirror every day. And you know what I see? I see a fucking fighter who survived. I see somebody that went through hell and back. I see somebody that went through a fucking war zone and came out a badass motherfucker on the other side. I see somebody that when the chips were down, they never gave up. When I look at myself, I see somebody that drugged themselves through fucking hell, bloody, beaten, battered, bruised, half dead. I drugged myself through fucking hell. And you want to know the difference between me and you guys? If I had to do it all over again, send me to hell wearing gasoline underwear, bitch. Because I'll walk through hell again. I'll drag myself through hell again if I have to. I would gladly do it all again. But you guys would never do that. I would drag myself through hell to protect my own, to protect my friends and my family. But you guys, you wouldn't drag yourself out of fucking bed if it meant surviving. You would sit there and do whatever you could to avoid your own sins. But me, I've made peace with my sins. I've written my wrongs. And I've done what I needed to do. Like I said, John and William and Southern, you guys think that you're badass motherfuckers. But really, you're a bunch of internet bullies. You're a bunch of cowards. And yes, I've made death threats towards people and their families. That may be true. But everything I've done has been out of desperation. And you guys can sit there and say, oh, but you threatened Kate's kids. You did this to her. You did that. Everything I did was out of desperation. When I threatened her kids, I wasn't thinking clearly. I was in a very bad headspace. And it was a headspace that Marty and all you motherfuckers, William and Southern, that was a headspace that you guys fucking put me in. I didn't put myself there. You put me there. Only reason why you're mad is because you know that your world's about to come crumbling down. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. There's nothing on this earth that you can do that will stop justice from being brought upon you guys. I do what I do for the greater good. I do what I do for the greater good of humanity, to help preserve and protect humanity and human lives, while you seek to destroy and tear down humanity for your own selfish gains. And that's the difference between you three dumbasses and me. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to fight for justice and do the right thing. But you three do nothing but serve your own selfish need for money and power. Like I said, you guys are a slave to your own system. But me, I'm a lone wolf Ronin, walking the path that I choose, that I set out for myself. I'm allowed to walk free. I'm allowed to free roam while you guys stay bound up to your selfish ways. So like I said, John, William, Southern, if you guys don't think that what you guys were plotting and planning tonight ain't gonna be used against you, oh, trust me, it will. And your little fake ass lawyer is gonna be getting exposed as well. I can promise you that. And I fully intend to expose him, just like I exposed you three. So don't think that you can hide your lawyer forever, because eventually he will get exposed and he will face the same justice as you. So good luck. Because on the 6th of this month, in 5 days, your lives will be over with. And I'll be able to be reborn and live my life again. So I give you guys this advice. Spend time with your loved ones now while you still can. Spend time with those that you love most. Spend time with your family members. Tell them that you love them. Because on the 6th, you will be sentenced. And you will not be seeing your families for a very long time. I can promise you that. You will not be seeing your families for a very, very, very long time. And just remember, when you guys are sitting in that jail cell, looking back, wondering what you did wrong, just remember, you did this to yourselves. I told you guys you should have stopped a long fucking time ago. But did you? No. And now look what happened. You're now staring down the barrel of the justice system. And while you three are rotting in prison for over 3 decades, I'm going to be out here living my life in harmony and in peace. While you three sit there and rot. On the 6th, my life begins anew. I get to rewrite the chapters that were lost in my life. I get to rewrite all those chapters. I get a second chance at life to rebuild what I lost. And that's what I fully intend to do, is rebuild what I lost. I fully intend to rebuild myself. I fully intend to build myself back up to where I was all those years ago, back in 2015 and 2016. I fully intend to get back to my healthy, normal, happy self. While you guys sit there and rot in prison and trade soups and ramens just to survive and to not get your asses beat for doing the stupid shit that you guys are probably going to do in there. So what I would do if I was you three, I would watch these 3 people. I would watch people like JD DeLay, Larry Lawton, Lockdown 23-1, Michael Francis. I would watch those people and study up on your jail shit. Because when you go to jail, you're going to need those. You're going to need those to know how to survive. But as I said, for the time being, hold your kids tight. Hold your families tight. Tell them that you love them. Spend what little time you have left with them. Because here in 5 days, you're not going to be seeing them for a very long time. I can promise you that. So hold them tight. Tell them you love them. And tell them that you're sorry for fucking up like you did. And honestly, I don't feel sorry for the 3 of you. No. I feel sorry for your families. Because you made your families ashamed of you. You brought a bad name to your families. You all brought a very bad name to your families by doing what you did. Like I said, I don't feel sorry for the three of you. I feel sorry for your families and your loved ones that have to visit you behind bars for the next 2 to 3 decades. Maybe even longer. And that's something that you guys did, not me. So when you're in that jail cell and your thoughts are haunting you, just know this. You did this to yourselves. No one else did this to you. You brought this on yourselves. I gave you three a way out many times by telling you to leave me alone and to stop while you were ahead. I gave you guys several ways out several times, but you chose those ways out of being shut down. You didn't want those ways out. You wanted to keep committing evil shit, doing evil shit. Well, like I said in the very beginning of this video, you guys have become a slave to your own design. And you will forever be bound to it. A slave to your own creation. A slave to your own design. And that's not something that you're ever going to be able to escape from. So William, John, Southern, like I said, spend what little time you have with your families left. Spend what little time you have left with your loved ones. Because after the 6th, justice will rain down upon you, and you will pay for what you've done to me and my friend and my family and my other friends. So study up on your jail cell etiquette. Study up on all stuff jail related. Spend time with your families and get yourselves ready, because here in 5 days, your lives are going to change forever. And it's not going to be for the better for you guys. So good luck, John, William, and Southern. You guys are going to need it. You know, it's sad to see 3 people that had so much intelligence that could have done good in this world use their intelligence for stupidness. It's sad. 3 intelligent minds lost to greed. It's truly sad. But I guess that's what happens when you become a slave to your own making and your own design. It's truly sad. What can I say? 3 slaves to their own design. Kicking and screaming and no one to save them. Well, here's one last reality check for you. No one is coming to save you. Not this time. No one's going to save you this time, and no one can.